Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This piece of information provided by Business Insider, it's not something that surprises a lot of us because we knew, and we knew the extent because we were involved in this kind of, at the receiving end of this kind of practices. Let me show you. And it's not only Facebook and Zuckerberg or Zelensky or whatever his name is. Facebook took down COVID-19 posts after pressure from the Biden administration. And I'm quoting, "I can't see Mark in a million years being comfortable with that," end quote, an executive said in newly uncovered emails. Hey boy, Mark doesn't give a squat about that. He's very comfortable. I guarantee you that. He's very comfortable. Don't cover for him. So Facebook took down COVID-19 posts after pressure from Biden administration. Now, if I was 99% certain that Facebook took those down, and I have examples, I was 98% certain that the Biden administration, the government, told him to, or at least gave him some clues. And I suspect very, very much the same thing happening with other platforms. You see, these things, I knew them. I mean, I knew it's happening. They were happening then. It's a kind of, not a vindication, because I don't need Business Insider, this weasel, to come and tell me what they found out in the, whatever, at Capitol Hill. No, they don't have to come, because they hide a lot of shit too. And that they tell us, no, it's not like that. No, the military industrial complex is just fine. No, it's not. So, doesn't need the Business Insider of the senators or the House representatives telling us, oh yeah, they vindicated me. No, they need to vindicate themselves first, and here too. So for me, it's just a vindication because I had a lot of discussions with friends, acquaintances, co-workers, certain individuals regarding this issue. And I claimed this many times. And, some of these people just were incapable of understanding how the world goes around. So then, they call you names and all that, and say, okay, my bad, I picked the wrong person to discuss this matter. But I'll meet you next time, and next time I'm going to show you that I was right. Or at least you're going to find in your little silence somewhere in your safe space that I was right, if you even remember the conversation, which I bet they don't. You know why? Because they immediately will find a justification for their bullshit. Oh, no, it's not quite like that. Or no, they will just live in denial. So let's read a little bit here what happened in this, with this Zuckerberg, Zelensky, Stein, and so on. So, Insider. The White House pressured Facebook to remove posts about COVID-19, Wall Street Journal reported. Facebook stepped up moderation, that means censorship, on posts claiming the virus was man-made. But executive internally questioned and disagreed with the directives, according to newly uncovered emails. They had the emails then, they just published them now. They had these guys, they had them. You know how I know? Because sometimes they bring certain things when you don't follow their rules or they don't follow the script. You find out something, oh, it happened in now. They should have known that. For me, the first time when that happened was when George W. Bush, the third one, let's put it this way. But he followed the script just fine. A, B, C, D. He went down the list. He did what he was supposed to. That's why he was elected 2 times. Elected. Yeah, he was elected. However, anyway, not because he was the Bush. Nah, he was just the gene. Not the gene like the drink or the name, gene inside of him. No, I'm saying. Anyway, what happened? When he was running for re-election, George W. Bush, only then he was not supposed to get elected the first time it seems like, and then the second time he said no, there's too much, and they brought what? Oh, he was actually discharged. He wasn't in the Air Force, I think, as he claimed, which they could have found out in a second. He was in the Air Force, but in the National Guard, and he was discharged, blah, blah, blah. They had this information. They tried to do a hit job on him, but only at the second candidacy, when he tried to be re-elected. They knew that from the very beginning. Like right now, you find out, I don't know, whatever singer or whatever actor or whomever personality, we found out that I don't know how many years ago, you find a text message, if they were texting that way, or a post somewhere, you find it. How in the hell you found that? Like 7 years ago, that woman from CNBC, what's his name? Reed, they found out that she said a few things about certain kind of groups and said, my account was hacked. Remember Joy Reid? Yeah, that one. As Tucker used to say, the racist lady from CNBC, MSNBC, I think she's bubbling over there, all kind of shit. Anyway, hatred, that's what she does. But anyway, so how in the hell these guys found that tweet or whatever she did 7 years ago? I can't remember, 89, something like that. But it happened about 5 years ago, and they said it was in 1990 something. I don't even know if Twitter was then. But look into it. And I was like, how in the hell? All these things are stored somewhere, aren't they? Go and check Edward Snowden videos, 1 or 2, and he's going to tell you where exactly they're stored. NSA and bullshit, Arizona and... So, let's see. They knew, my friends. When the White House urged Facebook to clamp down, I like what kind of euphemisms these guys use, clamp down, on content regarding COVID-19, including misinformation or jokes about vaccines, some executives at the company thought CEO Mark Zuckerberg wouldn't be happy. He is one of them. How do you think he's got... My friends, do you think that he was so smart and the only one who created Facebook? Do you think he was the only one who came with this idea? If you think so, go around the block a few times or halfway. There were many like him. This is just, well, but he was maybe the best guy who, yeah, okay. Again, time will vindicate some of us. He didn't give a, do you think that what? I was a Harvard graduate. Obama was a Harvard graduate. George W. Bush was a Harvard graduate and Yale. So don't bring that shit to me. You brought it, Emil. Here, all right, let's see what's going on here. The Biden administration pushed Facebook, now under the parent company Meta, to take down content about COVID-19, including theories about its origin and satire about the vaccines being unsafe, the Wall Street Journal reported, citing internal emails and communications. The report indicates that the big tech company gave in to many demands, despite some executives pushing back and saying Zuckerberg wouldn't be on board. He's one of them, I told you again. The journal reported. And again, this guy says, Nick Clegg, shut the fuck up. I can't see Mark in a million years being comfortable with removing that, and I wouldn't recommend it. If he was uncomfortable, nothing would have prevented Mark to come out and say, the White House does this to us. What do you think they would have done to this guy? Fire him? Arrest him? Take his money? What? Check his child porn or something? What do you think these guys would have done? Why didn't he come? What prevented him to come over? He got enough power? He got enough money? He could have retired for 50 lives if he wanted. Don't bring me that. But he didn't. Why didn't? Because he is one of the signature stamp. Here is the membership card for you, Mr. Zuckerberg. So I have here the emails here. They talk about the emails and whatever. Facebook first announced its plan to take down false information on coronavirus vaccine in December 2020, after a month after the first COVID-19 vaccine was proven to be effective. Over next year, the platform shift what it would take down a number of times. Well, it's not only, look at this, and again, the White House lambasted Facebook in 2021 for its handling of Corona-19 misinformation, with Biden saying Facebook Facebook was, and I'm quoting, killing people, end quote. You can still find his on video. He later rescinded those comments, but urged Facebook to better control misinformation. Yeah, there's, how do you call them? I guess I didn't show you that, but anyway, this is what I was reading here. And not only. So you can go and check the article. I gave you all the information. It's available. So my friends, nothing new here. It's just that now you can say it. Before, if you say that, these guys would just cluck. You would not hear from me again for a few weeks. But now you can say it because Business Insider said. Because these guys in the House, they did it. What was that? Let me see if I find it. It was somewhere here. Yeah, the journals report news as the House Judicial Committee investigates the Biden administration attempts to address misinformation on social media platforms. The internal Facebook emails were obtained by the Republican-led committee, the Wall Street Journal reported. So now you can hide behind all these things. It's right at the end of the article right there. Now you can hide, or I can hide, and try to communicate with you, because I'm going to say, Business Insider said that, Wall Street Journal said that, the House Committee said that, it's not me. So don't close, please don't close me. Basically, that's what you have to do with these guys. Anyway, it's not something we didn't know. It's just a confirmation. Okay, and for those who had a big mouth and small brains, then smack. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.